Why is pawn structure key to winning chess endgames? Have you ever wondered why pawn structure plays such a vital role in chess endgames? Let's break it down and see how it can influence your chances of winning. In the endgame, when there are fewer pieces on the board, the arrangement of your pawns becomes essential. A strong pawn structure can help you create passed pawns, control important squares, and limit your opponent's options. Pawns are unique because they cannot move backward. This means their positioning is permanent and shapes your strategy. A solid pawn structure, like connected pawns that support each other, can advance safely and create threats. On the flip side, weaknesses such as isolated or doubled pawns can become targets for your opponent. If you have these weaknesses, you may find yourself using valuable pieces to defend rather than attack. One of the key concepts in endgames is the idea of passed pawns. A passed pawn is one that has no opposing pawns blocking its path to promotion. These pawns are powerful because they can force your opponent's king or pieces to stop them. This can create opportunities for you to promote your pawn to a queen, which can often decide the game. Another important concept is having a pawn majority. If you have more pawns on one side of the board, you can create a passed pawn through strategic pawn breaks and exchanges. This can give you a significant advantage as the game progresses. The rule of the square is also helpful in endgames. It helps you determine if your king can catch a passed pawn before it promotes. This emphasizes the importance of king activity in relation to your pawn structure. Weaknesses in your pawn structure can be detrimental. Pawns that cannot defend each other, like isolated or doubled pawns, requiring protection from your pieces. This can reduce your attacking potential and create vulnerabilities that your opponent can exploit. Controlling key squares is another critical aspect of pawn structure. Your pawns influence which squares are accessible to your king and pieces. A good pawn structure can restrict your opponent's king and pieces, limiting their mobility and options. By understanding and managing your pawn structure in the endgame, you can convert a material or positional advantage into a win. This involves carefully advancing your pawns, creating passed pawns, and restricting your opponent's counterplay. Mastering these concepts is essential for effective endgame strategy and turning advantages into victories.